What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Kids at Work Podcast. My name is Matt Corman. You already knew that, though, and that's exactly why you're here today. Other than if you're here for the guest today, Pat Shea. Pleasure.
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, thanks for for coming, bro.
Good to finally meet you.
Yeah. So for those who don't know, kind of know who you are, for people that kind of follow me, or can you just give like a little background of who you are and like where you're from?
Yeah, I'm from Marshfield, Mass, and I grew up playing hockey. Always dreamed about playing D1. I just played at University of Maine. I just graduated, so kind of been like a
Congrats, though.
Period. Oh, thank you. And but I also do a little bit of YouTube too on the side. So
yeah, no, you're you're flying with the whole YouTube thing, especially. What's interesting is like. So I played hockey, like as we said before. So I grew up and I'm from Barnstable. I played like the whole youth team and shit, whatever. I was never like any good or whatever, you know what I mean? Just played like Bandits AAA, but like wasn't ever like a standout player or anything. And I kind of always knew it. But you came up and you playing for a Division I school, Maine. Like, were you always kind of that standout player that was on the team? You know what I mean?
In a way, like I grew up playing on a team that had a lot of talent, so I wasn't so much the star. Like Noah Hannafin, Colin White, John Marino are three dudes in the NHL right now. Like I grew up playing on team with them.
What team were you on?
This is the South Shore Kings.
Dude, yeah, I know their '97 team was nasty.
Yeah, we had kind of like a little dynasty for a while.
Yeah.
So I wasn't necessarily the best player on that team, but sorry. As I moved on to like Marshfield High, I did a little bit there.
Yeah.
I was kind of growing up with that kind of competition. I ended up being like a little bit ahead of a lot of guys there, and as I went to prep school and stuff. But
kind of wild. You went to like I know Marshfield was good at hockey, but like I feel like that's not like the traditional route for like hockey,
I was kind of small, like growing up. So
do you mean like popularity wise in the rankings, or actually physically?
Short, like
because you're fucking huge now.
I worked out a lot, and I grew a little. I wouldn't consider myself short. I'm just kind of like an average height, but short for hockey, kind of. But when I was growing up and up until into high school, I was really short. So like guys were already men, and I was kind of a little bit behind.
Yeah.
So prep school coaches didn't really want me yet, and I applied to a few and didn't get in, and so I did 3 years at Marshfield High before going on to Kimball Union for prep school.
Okay. You know Eric Magnia?
Yeah, I did a year with him there.
No shit, yeah.
I forgot he was from Barnstable.
Yeah, he's from Barnstable too. No shit, dude. He was fucking good at sports too. That kid was nasty.
He was a beast.
Yeah, he's a beast. He was good at hockey too. Did he play there?
Yeah, he did. He was solid D. He would his thing was like a counter hit. So if anyone came to hit him, he had the low center gravity. He would send them flying.
Dude, that's so interesting. So you did 3 years at Marshfield, then you did your senior at Kimball Union, and right after Kimball, what kind of happened?
I did 2 years at KUA, so I did a repeat year.
Gotcha.
And then I actually went right into Maine after that. But,
wow.
Yeah. So like the Florida Panthers thing happened during KUA, during my time there.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, now I want to like also, what do you want for time today? Like how much time you got?
I'm good. I don't have anything.
Cool. Because I kind of want to like dive into it a little bit more, dude. It's like for those who are listening, like it's an interesting story, right? Like a lot of people kind of have a goal, and you want to obtain something. I mean, who the fuck doesn't? Who doesn't put on a pair of skates when they're growing up and say, hey, it'd be cool to fucking play in the NHL, or to get drafted, or just like I remember growing up, dude. I used to watch like Hockey East on TV. And you know what I mean? And like I was like, wow, these guys are fucking, crazy. They're animals out here. So like, I don't know. I feel like it's really interesting how the reason I asked you is if you were like a top player growing up, and you were like not really so much. It's almost like, when did it kind of click for you that like you could potentially do something with this?
I always had the belief that I could.
Yeah. Like
I knew.
Were you a very confident player?
Yes, I think I never lacked the confidence. I always inside just believed that even if it took a while, I would get there eventually.
No shit.
So like, as a kid, I mean, our team was really good.
Yeah.
So I knew we were dominating kids out there. So I was like, I think I'm like better.
And you're also surrounding yourself with players like at that age. Like, I always had like a confidence issue playing hockey.
Really.
And like, I think it's because I didn't play on like really good teams as well. But like also like there were kids from my town like. You probably know Max Woolman is, and like Will Toffee.
Max played for my dad and my brother. Like they played. My brother and him played growing up for the '95 Kings.
No shit.
Yeah.
So okay, gotcha. So like, you know, like Massachusetts hockey, like there's like everyone knows a couple good fucking kids out there, and so like I never felt like I could do anything with it, and I was like, well, I mean, I'm not fucking like Max was fucking, you know, like gross, you know, he was nasty, and we were like 6 years old, and I was like, well, like I'm not this kid, so like, you know what I mean, I'm not fucking going anywhere. So like I can definitely relate to that of like feeling like you weren't like the best person, but like I didn't have the confidence for it. I think rapping, I can kind of take that mindset in there where like I look around and I'm like, oh, like I can hang with these fucking guys, like, you know what I mean? But okay, cool. I want to like come back in and like talk to you about like mindset today, because I mean, my opinion, like I think it's super important to have like a mindset to like to be able to obtain fucking anything, right?
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, especially if you're doing something that you have to motivate yourself every day, right? Like you're the only, like when you get up in the morning, like the reason why you're jacked and then you're good at hockey is because you told yourself to work your tail off. Like maybe somebody else told you at one point, but like you have to put in like the little work and like the little things you eat and like everything that kind of goes into your life and stuff like that. But let's go back to high school. So you're in high school and you're playing hockey up at Kimball Union. Did you have like, because you made a transition to a Hockey East school, right? So like, did you have like an outstanding playing time at like Kimball?
Yeah, I went there. So at that point, I committed to Maine my junior year at Marshfield. Which
wow, you must have been tearing it up.
I had a really good year, but I was playing split season for like the Whalers. You might have heard of them. Like
yeah, they were sick too.
Yeah, so like I was playing with like hiring guys in the fall, and then I would kind of go to public school for the season.
Yeah.
And so I had that commitment going into Kimball Union. That's when like prep school coaches started taking notice because Maine noticed me, kind of thing. So like, I mean, I owe them a lot for that there, but. So KUA, I went there knowing that I would get the playing time because like that's, you know, I communicated that with the coach before choosing like where I was going. So I had a solid junior, but my senior year at KUA was really well.
Yeah. Are you what position are you?
Forward. Yeah.
Such a competitive position too.
Oh yeah.
You know, I mean, I remember I was a defenseman. And I remember just like trying out for Sting, like freshman year, right? Everyone was trying to make varsity, and I remember I was trying out as a forward, and then the coach was like, "Oh, like are you like I saw you here, you put defenseman, why are you trying out as forward?" He's like, "It's more competitive," and like just try out as D, and like I made it, and then because I went for the defensive position though, like forward, I feel like so many kids grow up playing forward. You know what I mean?
Yeah, everyone wants to be like
who doesn't want to score goals?
You know?
Yeah,
but it actually works out a lot. I've seen some D that were forward growing up, but they were kind of average. Yeah. Make the switch back, and they were like an elite offensive defenseman.
Really?
It's kind of funny how that works.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Okay. Well, all right. Well, kind of dope. So you had a good season at Kimball.
Yeah.
And then just because I have no idea, right? Like, how does it work when like you're transitioning to college? Like,
so like before going to my senior, I had the choice to either go to the USHL, which is like the top junior league in the U.S., or stay at prep for a senior year. It's more likely to go to USHL than stay in prep.
Yeah.
But I just I knew what I was getting at Kimball Union. I knew I'd be playing in all situations, where if I went out there, I didn't know for sure. Like they told me like a top 9 position.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, where am I going to develop more if I know I'm playing, kind of things. That's the mindset I had there.
Interesting.
So I stayed, and Maine still allowed me. They said like, yeah, you can still come in on time. No, like you choose where you want to play. Which
what the fuck?
I see that was a big part of like I stayed loyal to Maine, and that was a huge reason why, because they were very cool with that. They believed in me when I was still at public school and stuff. So I ended up staying and going right into Maine, and of course it's a bit of a pace adjustment. There's you go from playing against teenagers to grown men who are strong.
And you're also, when you're at Kway, you were in like your PG year, so it's like you're kind of the older guy on the ice, right?
Yeah, there is prep school is an older league versus like public, so there is a lot of PG guys.
Yeah, okay.
So I wasn't like so much like standing out as being old, but yeah, I was definitely a lot stronger and faster than like kids, because I was one of the older guys, so that was definitely an adjustment, because then there's other guys as fast as me, as strong, what I mean? So it's
talk about like a humbling. Well, also I think there's some sort of like awe moment, like, right? Is there some sort of like rocks? I like attribute it to like the first time I performed at like a big stage, where I'm like, holy shit, like I'm here in this moment right now, and like they're like I'm allowed to compete at this level, but then you see like what the people are doing, and you're like, oh, they do shit like that? Like, oh, these kids are hitting that hard? Like, is that kind of what happened?
For sure. I definitely had that awe moment. Our rink in Orono, like Maine, the crowd is crazy.
Yeah.
Like the fan section, the
videos look fucking. You guys
really
also
cool.
pack it out.
Yeah,
like,
I don't know why, but
people support. Yeah,
yeah,
it's fucking dope.
It's like all that's up there. Like there's the football team's not very big there, and there's no like professional sport or anything in the area, so it's just Maine hockey.
Wow. So people from the town are coming.
Yeah, like the whole surrounding area, and then the students pack up the student section. And
it's amazing.
So stepping out there for the first time was, I mean, it was nerve-wracking, but it was also like, holy shit, like I'm playing college hockey. This is what I dreamed of, and now I'm here. And that was a very cool moment for sure.
Talk to me about your first, like your freshman year. Did you get playing time?
I did.
Like, do you remember your first shift?
I do, and I was kind of terrified.
Of course. Yeah, I mean, of course.
The first game, I actually scored on my first shift, and this was not like a common thing. And
what the fuck?
I was like, oh, all right, this shit's easy. I'm gonna
you run by the coach is like, wow, good pick, you know.
And obviously, I didn't. I wish I could have. Like,
how'd you score? Was it an easy play, or were you right place, right time, or were you like?
Dude, like someone chipped it up the wall. I was playing center this game, and I cut through the middle as someone chipped it out, so I got like a 2-on-1 break.
Yeah.
I pulled it in the middle and whiffed on the shot. Went 5-hole and so I looked like I was aiming up top, and it just slid through his 5-hole. And I was like, oh,
yeah, you're like, yeah, no, exactly what I planned for.
Yeah.
That's fucking sick. Was that at home too?
Yeah.
In Maine? And you fun. Like, I see you have a hockey family. Did your fam come up and watch that game?
Yeah, they were.
Dude, I couldn't even imagine. Is your dad really into hockey too?
Yeah, he played BC.
Oh my god!
Like, yeah, he's the reason like I started playing and stuff.
What a moment though.
Yeah, it was definitely.
I mean, that's fucking sick, dude. Wow. And so when you were playing at so you're playing at UMaine, and then like you're kind of like in this aha moment, you know, you're fucking kind of, you know, killing your first game.
It started hot.
So that's what I was gonna ask too. Did it continue? Did you continue like playing time, or like did you have any ups and downs?
Yeah, a lot actually. Like I was actually on the fourth line like the first game, like first couple games, and I scored a couple goals.
Freshman year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I played that year. I was kind of between second, third line, and I ended up getting power play time that year. And I had a solid freshman year. I had 16 points in like 32 games, which as a freshman is solid. But going from there, the assistant coach who recruited me left. So
I feel that's always the fucking story.
It happens a lot. So like, I mean, it's nothing against them personally. I don't think they have anything personally, but my playing time definitely went down after that. And I mean, they're playing who they recruited, you know, who they believe. So I wasn't sitting in the stands or anything, but I was, you know, off the power play and stuff like that going forward from there. So it was kind of like a little bit of a mental battle throughout college with that. But
did that continue through like sophomore, junior year too? Yeah,
up until senior year. Like halfway senior, I had a injury the first half, so I was out for a bit, and I was playing injured and the whole thing, and it was like a low point, you know, like
what'd you hurt?
My shoulder, AC joint.
Yeah, okay.
So kind of popped up, and so that's a pain to play with. But
yeah,
coming back from Christmas break, I was healthy and actually ended up being moved up to power play and playing first line with Timmy Doherty actually.
No shit.
Yeah, so that kind of a little uphill battle, but it's.
But that's interesting, man. And then so you go through college, and then when does the I want to talk to you about like the NHL draft, right? Mm-hmm. I want to talk to you about like the Florida Panthers too. Like why? So when does that kind of come into play?
So for hockey, the draft, it's different than other sports. It's right. You have a draft year, but you have 3 years, I believe, to get drafted. So it's like when you're 18, you're eligible until you're 20, I think, or maybe 19. But I was at prep school at the time, and I actually.
Oh wow! I thought it was from me.
Yeah, no. So because I'm 18, I'm at prep school. It was after my junior year.
Yeah.
So yeah, hockey's different. I don't know why it's like that too, because some kids will take time in college and
you could develop so much.
Yeah,
in
it's
college.
True, and it almost doesn't mean anything. It's kind of weird. Like you can go do good in college, and you can go sign an NHL contract right from college. You're like, drafted or not, you know? So it's like a...
I'm assuming anyone that played on your fucking team, this is also a wild statement, but I'm assuming everyone who played at UMaine can compete at an NHL level.
So like the thing...
It's very broad.
It is, but it's not, because it's like... It's such a fine line when you get to a certain age. Like, like we're guys on my team, you know, we're like fast as or faster than some guys in the NHL, you know, like strength and stuff. It's just like, it comes down to like little things, like a scoring touch, making plays, having poise and stuff. It's like is a fine line of the guys who make it and who don't. It's not like they're physically, you know, ahead of you. It's more so like maybe mentally that think it's.
Gotcha.
It's interesting. So anyone has a chance, honestly. Yeah. If you're making it to a D1 level, you have the chance. It's up to you at that point to kind of see if you can figure it out, to see how you can get to the next level.
I've heard that like it's the little things of like, you know, how quick people are stopping on the pucks, how people like the little things are going to separate. That's with anything though, right? Like when you get at a really high competitive level. I grew up racing dirt bikes, and you ever ridden dirt bikes?
No, I never.
No, so a big thing motocross was like. I remember my dad used to always say like once you get to a level, everyone's the same fucking speed. Yeah. And he's like, then like, you know, everyone can do the same things. Everyone can hit the jumps the same way. Everyone can ride the same way and do the fucking whips, whatever. Cool, win a whole shot. It's the little things like when you get in the corner and like how technical you are when you stick out your leg. That will give you 0.2 seconds more chances. I would kind of attribute that to kind of what you're saying in hockey, right?
Oh, yeah, it's the same. Yeah, same idea.
Same shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. That must attribute to like most sports, even in rap too. It's like
for sure.
Music, like the way you're tuning your music and every little detail, like your branding, like once you get to a certain level, it's like everyone can rap.
Yeah, everyone has a good flow and can rap.
Good flow, like you can rap, but how's your engineering? How's like your clothes when you take your pictures? Like what does your Instagram look like? It's like how you carry yourself in interviews. Like it's just interesting once you get to like a professional level, how shit kind of changes, and you have to focus on like very minute details of everything.
Yeah.
But back to the draft. This should be like another aha moment, right?
Yeah, definitely. And it almost was unexpected in a way. I wasn't so they have these like central scouting lists is what they call it. And they put the list out throughout your draft year. Like there's different points of the year they'll throw out a new list and update it and whatnot. So I was not on any of them leading up to the draft.
Shit. Okay.
But the thing is, this list is not linked to any NHL team. So like every NHL team has their own list. So
where's this list from?
It's like...
Is it a guess?
Kinda. It's like a group of guys who watch all these kids and will list out the guys they think are top, and it helps maybe like a scout go notice them and watch them.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, they're doing their own research too.
Yeah.
So I was going into the draft, like I think it was only like 2 teams called and like last minute, and we're like, hey, like if you're there in the 7th round, like Florida said, I had one scout who was really pushing for me. He's like, I'm going to try for the 7th round, so it's a maybe.
Okay.
And then one other team said the same thing. And so I didn't want to plan on it because then I would kind of be let down if I didn't.
Yeah.
So I just kind of went about my day normally, and my brother actually just ran upstairs and was like, dude, like you just got picked. I'm like, oh fuck.
Was it on TV?
Yeah, and I couldn't watch. I didn't want to like.
Fuck? I'm just picturing. That's crazy.
Yeah, like I didn't go. I wouldn't go unless you're like top 3 for sure.
How do you like you're talking to these scouts, right? Like
yeah.
I just know that like so many like their kids like I know you have a podcast as well. And I think the beauty of it too is like. You never know who's listening, and like there's someone listening right now that could potentially be in the same shoes that you were in,
for sure.
And they're like how does that? I have no idea, right? Like how does it like? Do they have your personal cell phone number? Or is this guy like emailing you, be like, hey Pat, we saw you, like you're really good. Like what? Like how does it work?
Kind of.
Is everybody allowed in the draft?
Yeah, if you're
playing hockey,
you're eligible to be drafted. So typically you'll have an advisor until you. It's called an advisor until you're a professional. Then it will become like an agent because then you're getting paid. You can't pay them or anything because that's a violation of NCAA.
You can't pay your agent?
Yeah, you can't pay because then it would be an agent, and that's a violation to NCAA. It's weird. It's a whole thing.
The whole NCAA, we can talk about this. It sounds weird as fuck.
It
is. The whole idea that like forgive me if I'm wrong, but like you can't make money, like as a student athlete, which is kind of bizarre. I'm behind the whole idea of like student athletes should be getting paid.
Yeah,
because like I can just go in for more than one reason. I mean, but like regardless. But back to what you were saying.
Yeah. Fuck.
Oh, sorry. So I was just asking, like, how's it work? So you have an advisor.
Yeah.
That's kind of like helping you out.
Yeah. So they're in talks with the teams. So mostly, or if you don't have an advisor, your coach is helping you. The team you're trying is be talking to teams and all that. But so they're not necessarily talking to me until like after I was picked. I had someone call me.
Like they call your phone?
Yeah. That
is the craziest thing. What the call ID say?
It was just like a random number, like Florida code or whatever it is.
Did your heart drop?
Yeah, it was.
This is after you found out, right?
Yeah.
Oh man, dude.
Yeah, it was like, oh. Yeah, it was a very cool feeling because I'm like, that's one of the things you like dream of like happening for you as a kid, and then when it actually does, you're like, kind of like, wow, like this cool moment. But then then after that, it's kind of like back to work, and then you kind of have to like come down to earth. But like, there's definitely, you get to enjoy it. Like that whole summer, I was like up on a high horse. Like,
you're the man. This kid, I just got fucking drafted. You're the man.
It was definitely a good feeling.
And then that also helps your game, I'm assuming. So you were in Kimball at that time. I mean, there's your confidence piece right there.
Oh, yeah. It helped a lot, too, because then you go to development camp every year in the summer. So I go in there, and I'm in a camp for a week, and I'm playing with guys who are in the AHL, some in the NHL. Like, they will still come
do you play with like the top guys in the camp, too?
Yeah, not the NHL guys. But if they're after their rookie year, if they're still rookie, there's some guys who played NHL games coming to camp. But it's a lot of AHL, a lot of coast, and then like there's the junior and college guys.
How'd you feel when you went there about your skill, the gap, or what would you attribute?
That helped a lot that year. Like I know I felt a little bit behind timing and skating and just stuff. I was a little bit behind that year, but it helped me like go ahead and adjust to that pace. So when I came back the next year, I felt way more comfortable. And it helped a lot for going into college, too.
I bet. Because I bet a lot of kids that you were playing for were, I mean, I don't know. I mean, were people drafted?
Yeah.
I mean, hockey is full of fucking studs, so.
Yeah. It's full of guys who had the potential of being drafted, and then a lot of guys who were drafted as well. So.
Yeah. Well, interesting. Well, congrats.
Thank you.
That's the background for you guys. I mean, that's a lot of, and I love, like, the thing I love about your story, too, is, like, I almost feel similar in my music, and like it almost feels like a record label reaching out. Except like I don't know what contracts are like in hockey, but like a lot of times like contracts are like I mean they're different in music, but like that moment, like I had that moment too of like last year, or I think it was in November last year, where like I went out to like Los Angeles and sat down with some labels, and like it's kind of that moment when they're like they were like pricing me out and shit, like and like thinking that like what they could do, and then like I ended up in a situation that like I'm kind of in a space where I have like a mentorship going on, where like I'm waiting to grow, and then like we're gonna like we're continually talking, but like I'm waiting out until like I get bigger and like kind of grow as an artist a little bit more. But like it's kind of the same thing, right? Like I get like this call, and then like once you're done, you come back here. Like I mean, you see the place, and it's like, well, now it's time to go to work. Like it's like you know what I mean? Like because they're not gonna call back.
Yeah, that must be crazy though.
Yeah,
because you're starting music kind of on. You did this on your own, and then all of a sudden you're getting a call from label. That must be
and it's fucking crazy. It's almost like similar as hockey, though. I mean, I guess in hockey you start because like I started because like parents, you know what I mean, like get you into the sport and shit.
Then it becomes a passion. Like you're continuing and you want to get better because you like it. It's
and so I saw your brother. I mean, he played for Northeastern too, right?
Yeah, he's younger than me. That one is still he's going into his sophomore year.
He's younger than you.
Yeah.
How's the skill with him?
He's really good. He has a lot of potential too because he's taller and bigger. He's like 6'1", like 200 pounds guy.
Big boy.
Yeah. So and he has a skill and poise to his game as well. So like he has the potential too because he can be a power forward, but he also has that ability. So if he didn't get too much playing time this past year, but if he does get the opportunity and he definitely has potential to go like he could be a pro for sure.
Dope, man. Great little backstory. I love I haven't had a guest on the podcast obviously because like coronavirus kind of fucked that up, but I had a lot of athletes lined up. I think like they say like sports and music is synonymous, and like I spent all my time in music, and like so many similarities in your story to like mine kind of coming up. And one thing that's crazy is like you talked about how like you like kind of had like this high, and then you had this like low point in like when you were playing college hockey.
Yep.
I feel like where you were playing at UMaine, like so many kids like that could be listening to this that want to play for University of Maine, right? Like who the hell doesn't want to play Division I hockey at a hockey school? And to say that you had a low point there,
yeah,
it's like you never know what's going on behind the scenes, you know?
Yeah, for sure. My friend just started a podcast, actually. It's called The Monkey Mind, where he, like, I actually hopped on it recently and talked about, like, the mental side of things. Like, he went through a lot, and he keeps having these different athletes on every week, and you see these, like, common trend. Like, even guys who are really good players and stuff, you wouldn't think have, like, these low points, but it's because we stay quiet about it. And it's
like there's some sort of like, also you're playing fucking hockey. These guys, some people, like literally people are going out there and beating the fuck out of each other.
Yeah.
So it's like, I mean, you got to be a tough guy too, you know, in a sense, you know, and it makes it hard to have any type of mental health talk, I'm assuming.
I know it, because you know, as a hockey player, you have to have that image, you know, like,
and you're chirping, like you're out there, your competition's going to hear you talk about, like I'm a little sad sometimes. And it's like, dude, like, you know, like it's such a head game out there.
It is. And what people like him are trying to do is just kind of normalize the talk.
That's amazing.
And like feel okay to go talk to your friend and be like, dude, I'm kind of going through a rough patch right now. Like I'm feeling a little down. And it's like, we all have moments like that. Like I had mine my senior year when I was injured. Yeah. So like mentally, I'm coming into this year and I'm like, oh, this is my final year. I need to have a really good year so I can get signed after the year.
Of course.
I come in and I get hurt like right away.
Did you get hurt while playing?
Yeah, the first game. It's scrimmage actually.
Oh.
So I got some moose fucking clipped my shoulder and like crunched it.
Wow.
So like I was out for like a good month, and then like I came back and started playing injured. But for me, like I needed to come in and show them like I got better over the summer, and like I had to be like so good that they don't have a chance. All right, we have to play him. He's doing really good. But I couldn't show my coaches that because I'm hurt, and then I'm coming back. So I was not, even when I came back in the lineup, I'm not playing power play. I'm not on like a top 2 line, you know. So I was kind of really struggling. Like, shit. Like, what's the Panthers aren't gonna take me if I'm not doing good.
I couldn't
my
imagine.
Senior year.
Yeah,
so,
of course.
Yeah, so that was a whole thing, and then luckily I got healthy over Christmas break and came back, and I had a solid second half, but so like I came back around, but it was.
You're probably at that point. It's like, dude, like you're working so hard for this moment, and also, so there's another kid. I don't know if you know who TJ Hickey is. He's like an artist too.
I do actually. I was chatting with him a little bit.
Okay.
He just like randomly met my dad. Like my dad's a hockey guy, and his dad is as well, and they just they know each other. So I was chatting with him a bit. Yeah.
Dude, so he played hockey too, and he was talking about how like he had a commit, and he like committed to Union. I want to get his story right. I'm kind of paraphrasing it. He was on the pod too, and he
I listened to it.
You listened to it? Okay, yeah. Gotcha. So he basically, moral of the story is he ended up coming back and kind of took an L on it, and like he already has like a lot of haters and shit, and so like already he had people like kind of going against him, and now he's the kid who was like, yeah, like I'm playing Division I hockey, and everyone's like, no, you're fucking nuts. Take a look at you. Like yours, as that thing is a little different, but there's also that element of like, hey, like I got, you know, drafted by the Panthers, and like, hey, I'm playing at UMaine, and like, I mean, I couldn't imagine being hurt your senior year and being like, well, like, what if these fuckers cut me, and then like, what if like I got nothing, and then that's it, you know, and then you're that guy.
Yeah, there is definitely that, because it adds a pressure too, because you wanna be like the draft pick, you know, like
of course
you're drafted, you want to live up to that, and you want to be. I'm like a 7th round pick. It's not likely for a 7th round pick to go make the NHL, and so I'm, of course, in my mindset, I want to be the 7th round pick that goes and makes the NHL. You know, so like I have that.
And you've already done it. Like you've already made it this far too, because I'm sure in your past it's like, like there's so many things that were like, this is the normal, but you've surpassed it. So when you got drafted 7th round, it's also like, oh, this is just like another, like, I mean, think about Marshfield High. I mean, who's coming to Marshfield High? That's like, you know what I mean? So
there was never a doubt. Like I guess I've never really struggled with that confidence in myself, and I think you need that.
Absolutely.
And it's even if I go out and fail, I'm like, well, like I tried, but like so like I still have that belief in me. Like, even though it's not, like, someone looked at me from the outside right now and, like, they're like, oh, this guy's not making it, you know, but I don't really care. Like, if I get the opportunity, I still believe I can do it. Like, and I think that's what you need to have. But so, like,
especially when you have something like I feel you, man. Like, when you get an opportunity, when someone tells you, that's when somebody in a place of power in, like, the industry that you are competing to be in tells you you got it, what it takes, then, like, because I feel like, because that happened to me with music, it was like a switch where it was like, someone looked at me and was like, hey, like, yeah, like, you can actually do this for real. And then I was like, oh, fuck, you actually believe in me. Like, you wouldn't take the time. Like, they wouldn't call you for no reason. Yeah. You know what I mean? You wouldn't have you for no reason. You know what I mean? Like, there's, like, a lot of people who, like, put in the work, like, mentally. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so it's kind of convincing to you to be like, oh, like, when someone fucking, it's like that back end reassurance that you never got.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like, I just couldn't imagine, like, playing hockey, dude, like, it's such a, like, it's a team sport, but it's such a fucking individual sport mentally.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
definitely.
when you get on that, I remember, like, the first time I tried out for the Bandits, and, like, I came from town hockey, and, like, all the kids are supposed to be nasty, right? Mm-hmm. And then, like, I just remember, like, going there, my buddy Scarbeck, he played at UMass Dartmouth, and he was like, you know Dave Scarbeck, you ever met him?
That sounds familiar.
Maybe. Hockey kid. I mean, he just graduated from UMass Dartmouth.
Okay.
But he was like, dude, you got to start telling yourself that you're the best defenseman on the ice, and then, like, just you'll play like it. And then, like, I started, like, doing that. I started playing so much better.
Yeah, it's
like,
crazy.
The confidence goes forever in hockey, you know.
And it's not like you don't want to be like the cocky guy too. Like, like you going out and tell, like, everyone and act like you're better, but, like, especially in hockey too, because hockey has that, like, culture where, like, everyone's supposed to be humble and stuff. So, like, you gotta make sure you have it inside, just to, and even if it's cheesy, it is, like, literally tell yourself that, and, like, out loud, and it's kind of, you have to, because I mean, if you don't believe in yourself, who the hell else is gonna believe in you? You know, it's kind of
absolutely, yeah, couldn't agree more, dude. So I mean, where are we at now though in terms of, like, so I should backtrack too. You made music also. I went back. I know you mentioned that you were listening to my music for a little bit. But, like, I went back through our messages and you sent me a song.
Did I?
Yeah, from back, and I was like, I was gonna ask you today too. I'm glad that we kind of just are talking about it right now. But, like, I totally didn't realize that you were making fucking tunes.
I actually forgot about that. I did message you, didn't I?
Yeah. I saw it recently too. Like, I went back through our shit. It wasn't on Instagram. I think it was on Twitter though.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I did that to a few people.
Yeah, which is cool. I did it to a million people.
Yeah,
like,
I forgot about that actually.
That's what you do though. Like, it's like music's like, dude. It's like there's this stigma with music where everyone's supposed to already have it figured out of what they're supposed to do. It's like, bro, I've sent my music to literally, like, so many artists that, like, I now know personally that I'm like, I feel like an idiot for sending you music, but it's like, no, like when you're starting to try to do something, you're like, oh, like, I'm listening to this kid. Like, I feel like this kid's doing something. I want him to hear my shit, obviously. Yeah. So you fucking DM people. That's like, well, I did that all the time. You know, but I didn't check out the song though. Like, no offense, but, like, I'm just, but
no, I don't care.
But no, I only ask because, like, I'm like, are you, like, interested in that? Like, are you like looking to make some music?
So the music thing, I've always had, like, a creative side to me, like, whether it's video. I made videos a lot as a kid, so when that
makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. It kind of, that's why I started doing that. But for music, I was at prep school, and this kid in the dorm, like, would rap and freestyle, and he was really good at freestyling. Yeah. And I was like, that's cool. So we would all, like, take our little Beats microphones and start making music. Okay. And, like, the creative side of me, I'm like, oh, this is a lot of fun. Yeah. And I was terrible, like, so bad. But really, I became so, like, I enjoyed it so much. Yeah. That I started doing it, and then the kid at Maine, like, Malcolm Hayes, like, enjoyed rapping, and so, like, I started doing it more there. And I became so, like, into it. I was like, I'm gonna buy a microphone, and so I started, like, love that, doing it just on my own. I got to a point where it's like I could actually, like, flow decently, and, like, I could write lyrics and stuff. So I was like, I've improved so much of this. Like, why not? Oh, you just get better. Why not just throw it out there? Like, I love that. And I look back at it, I'm like, yeah, it's not very good, but, like, it started something. Like, I will never regret trying to throw it, like, putting that out, because it was the first thing that I threw out to the world. Like, here's me, you know, like. Was that before YouTube? It was before YouTube. Oh, wow. So that really was your first, like, hey, I'm trying something other than hockey. And I threw it out there on public and
how like, people receive it?
I had friends that were like, dude, it's pretty good. It's not bad.
Love
like,
that.
And I had other people who didn't say anything, you know, like kind of ignored it, which I assume they thought it was weird and stuff. You know,
yeah, for sure.
It didn't blow up by any means. I had like maybe one of the songs, a couple of songs had like 1,000 listens or whatever. You know, like
dude, first record, yeah.
And
love that.
Like it's something I enjoy it still. Like I got to a point and I was doing it and I kind of lost interest a bit. And I was like, yeah, I don't know if I want to do this for a living. Because I would have to really, really get into this, and if I wanted to be legit and like go full out, and I'm like, I don't know if if I have that, and if
you also had another thing, like there's only I look at like life is like time, like where you devote your energy is a pie chart, and it's like, I mean, if you're a D1 athlete and your job is like you want your job forever to be fucking playing hockey, then you're playing hockey. Yeah, and it's like if you want to be a professional musician, it's just not gonna work because like, or I mean, potentially could. I don't want to say anything's possible, but
it's like especially hard when I didn't start doing it at all until I was like 19 or 18.
Yeah.
So it's but even still, like when I'm bored or not even bored, I'm just like feeling inspired or something. Like I'll put my emotion out through like a music. I'll write a song. I never do anything with them. Like I'll I'll like put a hook down or like a verse, and I'll never finish it. But like I still here and there will do it. I enjoy doing it sometimes. You know.
That's dope.
It's fun.
Oh yeah, man. And so you started. Why'd you start the YouTube channel? For those who are, he has got a YouTube channel. He's like 10 times more popular than me on that platform. You fucking have how many subscribers you got now?
It's nearing 19,000.
I mean, come on. That's awesome. And so when did you start it? How many years ago?
Little under 2. I started it at the start of my junior year.
That's amazing. That's amazing. I mean, that's great growth. And like, I mean, that's awesome. So you know what? I bet like, so I just started up vlogs or whatever.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, and it's like it's super fun. I wish I started vlogging my freshman year of college.
Same. Yeah.
You too? It's like, because when you look at like the analytics and I'm like, oh, like continually growing, and I'm like, if I started this shit, like we would be popping right now. You know what I mean? Like you'd like to think that. Yeah, but what made you start the channel?
So like I was saying, I always liked making videos. Like if I actually like I have an old computer where I went on recently and saw like my old videos I would make, and
what would you make like
I would try to do like little skits, or I would just film myself playing hockey and stuff. You know, like but it's I mean I guess I always had that. And in high school I was hugely inspired by like Mark Wahlberg and Tom Hardy and The Rock and stuff. And I like wanted to be Mark Wahlberg. I was obsessed. Like I wanted to be an actor and be an underwear model and shit like him.
Really?
Like, I loved him.
You probably could now. Fuck it.
Yeah, I'll try. You know? But yeah, so like I always had that, and I remember going like, yeah. So one day I'm gonna pursue acting or like video. One day I'm gonna do that. And like I took a class in high school where we made skits, so I learned some stuff about like filming and cutting and editing and stuff like that. And then in college, like when I turned 20, I had this like mental thing. I was like, fuck, I'm 20 years old. I got all these ideas in my head. I gotta start like taking action here. Yeah. So that's why like I threw that, like I made like a rap EP, and like that's why I threw it out there. I was like, fuck, I'm 20 years old. I gotta start
I love that
trying things here.
Yeah.
So the junior year came around, and over that summer I was kind of checking out YouTube scene. I became in college I became super into like Jimmy Tatro. I love his videos, and
hilarious.
Saw like the Nelk Boys, and then I saw other athletes like destroying and adventure athletes and stuff, and I see them having success just making vlogs about their life as a college athlete, and I was like, oh, I could do this. Like, I definitely like making videos, and I should probably try doing this. So I just kind of went back my junior year, and like the first week right away I filmed a vlog, and I kind of got like a day in the life thing together. But then it took a little bit for me to put it out, because that's
oh really?
Yeah.
Well, there must have been something there. I'm also assuming, but like the level that you're competing at, I'm sure that like, I mean, I played hockey, like behind the scenes look like there must be some sort of like worry from coaches or some shit, you know what I mean? Did that kind of happen? Or like did the school give a shit? Did they, you know?
They ended up supporting it actually. My coach, when I put the rap thing out, he wasn't a fan of that. He was.
Oh really?
I swore and stuff, and he was not too happy about me swearing and stuff. So I didn't even run it by him before I did the video thing.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I just did it because I was like, if he shuts it down, I'd be pissed. So I just threw it out there anyways.
Yeah. Thank God you did.
Yeah, and he ended up supporting it actually. He was like all about it. He's like, this is great. You're actually like promoting the program and stuff too. I was like, yeah. It works.
You did it in a positive light all around, you know.
Yeah, I think so, and I mean, I filter it to an extent. Like I swear and stuff because that's part of like I just swear in my vocabulary, you know.
And people who are fans of hockey, and like I'm sure you got legitimate like humane fans that go on and watch your videos that are like, like there was a couple games like I want to go see if Pat dropped something on for the vlog, you know what I mean? And so like they want to see, like they're inviting them into the life, and so like they also don't want to see everything super filtered. Yeah, you know,
I think so too.
They want the unfiltered.
That's what I think, and I try to be as authentic as possible on there, and just kind of like I don't want to pretend that I don't swear, or pretend that I'm like this softy guy, you know, because like that's not me, you know. Like I want to be who I am, so that's why I went with that. Regardless, my coach didn't love me swearing, but I just kept doing it, even though maybe it made him upset. But so there was definitely a little bit of concern if he was going to be on board with it, but it was more like every time I do something new, I get a ton of anxiety posting it out there. Like even when I started my podcast after I was doing YouTube for almost 7 months or something, I still I had to post something new, and I like.
Do you struggle with anxiety at all, like consistently?
Not like I don't wake up every day and have like anxiety and stuff, but with situations like I think like socially a bit, I'll have like social anxieties, and like it was hard for me to come here today. Like I feel like
oh, for real?
Like personally, yeah. So like I'm meeting someone new, I'm going to talk to someone new. I'll have like a little bit, but I'm getting better at it. Yeah. Like I'll have definitely a little bit of like.
Good for you, man.
Like kind of scared, you know, like I don't know what to expect type thing.
I get that. I mean, that's also with like I get that sometimes. Like I have friends that have like pretty severe like social anxiety, and like one of the things I've always had is I've always kind of been able to like get out of it by like. Because I get that, like if like I didn't know, like if we didn't know each other, right, and then it's like, oh yeah, like we like are familiar with each other through like never met in person, and it's like, oh like yeah, I'm just gonna come to his house and like no idea what to expect. Like are these kids like normal kids? Like also like the world's fucking crazy. Are they trying to kill me? Like I don't know, you know what I mean? Like you don't know what's going on, so like that makes sense. But I've always looked like what's like helped me out with that, which may help you too, is I always it came from going on stage, and I would think worst case scenario, like what is the worst possible scenario, and I think about it, and like I would always think like I remember before I opened for Fetty Wap at Sanu, and it was 3,000 people, my first like big show. That was my second big show. The other one was Sammy, but like this was the most people there, and it was my old school, and so like I went out there, and like I remember like just kind of playing in my head, like I wasn't nervous, but like on the drive up I was like, damn, like fuck, you know what I mean? Like what if I fuck up, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, like worst case scenario in this situation, let's think about it. And I was like, all right, so like worst case ever, I go up on the stage, mic doesn't work, people throw tomatoes at me, and then like they just shit on me, right? And then like just like a bunch of shitty stuff happens, and I thought about it, and I was like, it's not that bad. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I'll get out of it. Like I remember like after college I worked for a company, and then like I quit to do music full time, and I was like thinking about like worst case scenario. I always do it. I was like, all right, what's worst case scenario? And then I was like, worst case scenario, I quit. I run out of money, completely fail with music. It's not that bad. I'll just get another job. Like I'll just get another job. You know what I mean? It's like even like anything. It's like, oh, like I'm gonna go say hi to this. You know, like I've got a girlfriend now, but it's like, oh, like I'm gonna go say hi to this girl, or I go try to hit on this girl, whatever. And you're like, you know, like if you do it the right way, you know, there's a whole Me Too movement out there. But I'm talking about like, you know, like, if you know you're doing it appropriately, you know, you want to go talk to a girl, get her number. It's like worst case scenario, she'll just be like, no. It's like that's not that bad. Like, you know,
yeah, you can take that.
Yeah,
that's funny. Like, just recently I was listening to a podcast, John Jones, the UFC fighter. You know?
Of course.
So he was talking about his mindset going into fighting someone. He gave the example because he wants to fight Ngannou. He's like, so I become super comfortable with the worst case scenario.
No
it's
shit.
It's funny that you were just saying that because it just popped in my head. He's like,
you just recently listened to it too?
Yeah, like 2 days ago probably.
Oh man.
He's like, yeah, worst case scenario, I go in there and he knocks my fucking head off. Like I break a bone in my jaw. Okay.
Yeah, like I can.
But if he doesn't,
yeah,
I'm gonna beat him up. Like
exactly, man.
So so that's interesting. So I started thinking about that.
No
recently,
shit, dude.
Like just this week.
Yeah, things line up like that for fucking for a reason. I gotta pee. You gotta piss?
Yeah.
Quick piss break.
Piss break
for the boys.
Yeah.
All right. But yeah, so a lot of I totally forget what the fuck we were just talking about. We talked about John Jones and like
like the mindset, anxiety.
Yeah, a lot of Also, I gotta give you props, dude. Like, just like on life right now, like dude, like you've achieved so much and it's awesome. And seriously, because a lot of people talk. Also, a lot of people like I went on a little rant and I had like a solo podcast the other day and just like felt like ranting and was talking.
I think I saw the clip you posted on the gram.
It's
good. Yeah.
So that's pretty much like the gist of it. Like I was like just like talking about how like a lot of people talk about doing things, but like you're actually doing what you said that you want to talk about. Like even like the rap music, you know what I mean? You just toss out the EP, like give it a fucking shot. Like some people like want to do things and never give it a go. So it's cool. I
don't want to be that guy to like
the what if.
Yeah, look back and say what if and regret not doing what I wanted to do.
Absolutely, yeah. And you're also, like you talked about your buddy that has this podcast now that's trying to normalize like mental health. Mm-hmm. I think you did a great job by normalizing the fact that college athletes aren't robots and they're not like so, you know, because it's the same thing with music too. People look at these people and forget they're humans. Yeah. You know, and like you're signing jerseys or whatever and they're just like, oh yeah, this is this guy. But like, you know, you're giving people a peek in behind the scenes.
Yeah, especially in hockey too. Like other sports promote personality a bit. Like they want you to, you know, they promote you to be like a superstar. Like you have guys in the NBA like LeBron. I mean, he's a superstar, and MMA, McGregor, Jones. Like these are all personalities. You know, like the NHL doesn't have a personality.
Great point. People are selling fights.
Yeah.
People are selling fights. No one's selling the game at hockey.
They're going for their skill, which brings an extent. Like you want to go see McDavid because he's nasty at hockey. Yeah. But like, what if McDavid had a huge personality? It was like he was loud.
I'm sure you'd fill up those seats 10 times,
yeah, bro. People are going because they think his personality is cool too. You know.
I mean, who the fuck doesn't? If someone likes going, you know, that likes hockey, whatever, and is a fan of yours because of who you are, and they want to go see you in person, it's like seeing a concert. Like people want to see you play hockey. Like, oh, I watch this guy's behind the scenes shit. I know what they look like in the locker room.
I found that to be cool. Like going forward with it, like how that would happen. Because like if I go on and make it to, I mean, if I go on and make it, obviously the highest point would be the NHL. But if I'm in the AHL, the NHL, whatever, I'm not going to be a top 6 guy there. Like I know that, like my style of play. So I'm a bottom 6 guy, and for me to have a brand and like a following as like a guy who's not like a star skill wise, like I think that if more people were to do that, it would bring more fans to the game, because now you have fans of the bottom 6 guys too. You know, it's like.
And then you're even rooting for them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're like, oh, get Shea out there for some ice time. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, if you're a fucking subscriber, you're rooting for you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Of course, you got the haters, but like, you know, but I completely agree. Also, so my friend Kyle, he has like a beat making channel on YouTube, and he's like very popular in the producer world. He taught me something that's super important. Like when you have a brand, you like, it is so much more important to have. This is what I believe. But I believe it is so important nowadays to have how old are you, by the way?
23.
Yeah, it's so important to have like an online presence and an online brand. It is so fucking valuable, because let's say, like, God forgive my thoughts, right? Anything were to, like bad were to happen. Let's say like you're not able to like, you know, play in the NHL like you thought, or just something like that, right? Like you have a brand. And you're growing it, right? And so like you're 23 now. Like if you just apply for 5 more years of it, going ham at it, like you're still in your fucking 20s, and you can make serious cash off it for the rest of your life. And also you can do good for the community and teach and help people out. That's more important. You know?
I agree. I'm big on that. I view it like that too. And part of me is like I said, I have that confidence that I can
if I get the opportunity, I can make it as far as like I can. But
yeah,
even if I don't, is the thing like I'm gonna continue this YouTube channel while I play hockey. Yeah. So for me, I'm like yeah, I'll get more promotion if I play in the NHL. But like if I'm a pro hockey player making a YouTube channel, I'm still gonna be doing what I'm doing and growing that. Say I played 5 more years, like you said, like that's growth. Like I think that is definitely super important.
Absolutely.
Like just key for after sports and stuff, you know.
How's the channel doing now that you aren't playing?
The views definitely are down a little because like obviously the hockey fans, they want to see behind the scenes hockey stuff. Yeah. Where like the game, like if I include gameplay in a video, those videos will get a lot of views. Yeah. But they're not low by any means. Like I'm still
you get views.
Yes, they're definitely not low. Like last summer, I was going like 7,000 subscribers. Like my views were down a bit.
You were 7,000 subscribers last summer?
Yeah, I hit 10.
Dude, don't fucking stop.
Yeah, I'm not.
You're flying, dude.
This year I grew a fair amount. Like August, I hit 10. August.
You're so funny. You're so hockey player. You're so humble and you know how we talk about like personality with hockey. It's like you could like fucking that's such like the way you're answering it is so fucking hockey. It's so different than like music or whatever. Yeah, it's like someone answers like well, how you doing with it? Like pucks down low. We're just trying to do our best out there. And the kid had fucking a hat trick out there in the NHL, and he's like but it's like dude, that's fucking nasty. Like you know what I mean? Like people aren't growing that fast.
Yeah,
that's a big growth thing. And so where you planning to take the channel like now, because it's also a weird place. I'll ask you because I have no fucking idea. Like with coronavirus, where's everything kind of standing?
Yeah, so that definitely it slowed things up a bit. So like typically after your senior year, or if earlier for some guys, but for me, so after my senior year, potentially I could have went right away and played somewhere. Like so they would have likely have given me like a little PTO where I would have played a few games in the AHL and see how I do type deal.
Yep.
I didn't get that, obviously.
Yep.
So now there's not really a rush to sign me. They don't know when the leagues are going to start even because like the NHL is about to start, but that's going to be a telling of how that goes. And
is it just the NHL?
Yeah.
So because I know obviously there's like lower like league like teams with every organization, so those aren't starting though.
No, so they're gonna finish the playoffs in the NHL because I mean that's the only one that could bring money in with the views. Good point, yeah. So
what about you though for getting on the ice?
I just got back on in the last couple of weeks.
Okay, where you skating at? Just around
Rhode Island Sports Center, Providence there. Okay, because they opened up a bit earlier, but now rinks here opening too, so it's. That part's starting to be okay, but for the future though, I'm kind of like I don't know because they might start in January the leagues, but if this goes bad with the playoffs right now in the NHL, then I have no idea. So like, Florida still has my rights until it might be extended now because of this. So if they don't have to sign me here, it's up to them. So I'm kind of waiting on a decision from them. So. I want to have an AHL contract in maybe so they're deciding if they want to give me an AHL contract or if they're like maybe he's a coast guy. Mm-hmm. So I'm waiting on that, and then if they don't, then my agent can hopefully another team would want to sign me kind of deal. But so I don't know where. Oh
man, dude, talk about I almost feel like you're in that point again though.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, like mentally, but it sounds like you've been here before. This sounds like the shoulder injury. Mm-hmm. You're like it's a little different, but like the ball's in someone else's court.
Yeah, and I have been here, like kind of not to this extent where it's like I don't know where I'm gonna be next year because growing up I've always known where I was gonna be going into the next season. Yeah. I knew what team, where, and so like I don't know what team or where in America I'll be, so it's kind of weird, but I'm kind of like. I'm super not stressed about it. Calm. Like I'm just because I know the situation. I think, and I'm just like, it's in their hands. I'm gonna do what I can do. I'm gonna skate, get better at hockey. I'm gonna do my video thing, and that's where I am right now. And when that happens, it happens. Yeah.
How do you feel about your skill level right now?
I'm
because I mean there's some time taken off. So if I were you, I'd be like. That's a little bit of a worry in my head too. Like, how am I playing? Then it's kind of hard to rank yourself because all the other guys who you rank yourself against aren't on the ice playing with you. So,
there was definitely a little break, but I honestly take a break. I didn't used to more, like, I experienced burnout from hockey one year. Like, I didn't take any break after my freshman year. I didn't take a break because I was like, I need to get so much better to play next year. And, like,
freshman year college?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So, like, I was going, the ice got taken out at Maine, and I was going to the local, like, rink, like, public rink, getting on the ice because I...
Daily?
Not like a few times a week.
Dude, like, there you're like a fucking pro. Like, they don't have any pro teams. Like, what's this guy doing out here?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It was... So I kind of learned from that because then, like, mid-season, my sophomore year, I was like, fuck. A lot of hockey.
Yeah.
So I've learned that, like, a couple-month break after the season is healthy and good mentally.
Yeah. You're doing something super important, too. It's like when the ball's in someone else's court, a lot of people, like, and you probably know this too, like, a lot of people, like, if they were in your shoes right now, they say, like, ball's in their court, like, I'll work out a little bit, I'll shoot around here and there, but, like, I love the fact that you decided to take a direction towards YouTube and focus on something to grow at the same time, like, because, like we said, like worst case scenario, like, this thing's invaluable, like, you, like, no matter what you do, because of the work that you put in online, you're going to be successful, like, there's not even a if not, right? The way YouTube works, it's like, and the shit works, it's just gonna go like this.
If you stay consistent, keep doing it, it's like,
even if the content changes, like, even if the content changes to what I think that I was just coming through your channel before you got here, and you do it, like, I saw that you do, like, you know, like, you have your also you have that workout program, which I'm gonna get because, like, there's no fucking gyms open, so I'm gonna grab the fucking program, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, because I'm trying to get fucking dialed. I don't know if you can tell, but, like,
ready?
I got a little dude,
little beer got on it,
like, the icing thing, you know what I'm talking about, like, a little bit,
little icing on the cake.
You're fucking, I mean, like, you're dialed. You're
what?
fucking dialed. One of the questions actually is what do you eat?
Yeah.
And, like, your workout plan. I would say workout plan, I get his fucking thing, his workout plan online. But, like, like, why are you so shredded? Were you always shredded? Were you one of those kids?
Like, yes and no, but, like, I was never fat. Like, growing up, I was just kind of, like, a skinny kid. Like, wasn't anorexic. You know, like, I had, like, I guess a broad shoulder, but I was always little and stuff. But, like, I was skinny and weak, kind of, going compared to the kids in high school. Yeah. So when I was at high school, I wanted to get really strong because my freshman year I was little and weak and I would get tossed around a bit. So I was like, I need to get jacked. Like, because some kids on my team were, like, freaking huge.
I'm sure. You see grown ass men now, and you're like, all right.
So I'm like, fuck, I gotta get jacked. So, like, I asked my dad, I'm like, Dad, can you sign me up for a gym? And he was like, not at the time, not anything against him, but he was very focused on my older brother because at the time he was like a prodigy when he was in
hockey.
Like, yeah, he was like. So my dad was very focused on him, like getting him in the gym and stuff. So I was like, I like wanted to, but he like couldn't really afford it. But / like it was focused on him, and I was like, all right, like whatever, I'll figure something out. So I started doing push-ups and like body weight squats, and I would come home from school, I would get my backpack and put all the textbooks in there and throw it on and start just like doing push-ups. So I became like very obsessed with working out and getting strong.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and I loved it. I loved it. Like,
you must still love it.
Yeah, I do. It just like keeps me sane. I don't even know, like, I love it. It's I guess it keeps me doing the right things too. Like, I'm not like, I go to working out when I'm bored, not drugs, you know? Like, so it's like,
no, absolutely. I think that I don't know how much you've seen of my shit, but like a big thing I preach is like how to have a good day every day is focus on 3 things that will improve your health, 3 things that improve your relationships, and 3 things that will improve your wealth. Kind of hard to hit 3 of each, but like a perfect day, I'll always have a good day if I work on something like music that I know is going to make me money, and then if I work out, improve my health, and eat right, and then if I like, you know, talk with my friend or whatever, or like network with people or something like that, it's like you're always going to, you never have a bad day after that, unless something really fucking shitty happens. Yeah. But like that, control what you can, and if you can control those variables, I mean,
I like that message. I used to, because I used to have days where like if I didn't do anything, I'd go to bed and be like, oh, fuck, I was shit. I'd get out of bed and start like doing sit-ups or something.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Because like I have that mindset as well. Like,
yeah,
I always want to if I'm productive and working towards something, then I can go to sleep at night.
Absolutely.
Good. Like I had a good day. I'm getting towards my goals. You know. Like,
do you meditate?
I don't meditate, but I started, like, if I'm stressed or I'm getting anxiety or something, I'll sit there and, like, I guess you could call it meditation, where I'll close my eyes and, like, slow my breathing down.
Form of it for sure. Yeah. I think meditation is, like, everyone does it in their own kind of way. Yeah. I, like, started meditating this year. I haven't done it, like, recently in the last, like, 2 weeks. I used to do it every day. Changed so much for me, man.
Yeah,
like,
I bet.
It changed a lot, like... I was just so stressed, and like I didn't really show it too much, but like I was really stressed with the whole music situation and like having like the label interest, like it's outside pressures. Like you probably relate to that too. Like also there's like some sort of like thing where when you're doing this thing, you're like, oh, like now I'm the guy, and like I kind of got to put the team on my back and like go forward like for the fam and like everything. So I started meditating, but like if you are into meditate or you try it,
I probably should help it, because especially now, like I guess I have been a little at night just because I'm trying to.
Are you at home? Do you have, where you live?
Yeah, so in the summers I'll just go Marshfield, Mass. Like my family still lives down there, so I'll go live there in the summers, and I don't know what I just graduated, so I'm still like. And then when I figure out where I'm going, then maybe I'll move out. But like,
so the thing, like, you don't even know what state you're gonna be in. Yeah, like you know what I mean. Like next year, potentially you could be in like California. Like,
it's
who the
weird.
Fuck knows?
It's weird.
Interesting spot in life. A lot of uncertainty, but it's cool to hear how you deal with it. So one of the questions were someone wants to know about the tape job and what's up with it and why.
Is that what they said?
Yeah, they go, "There's got to let me know about the tape job."
I have a weird tape job.
What's the deal? Do
you?
Yeah. Where can I? Is it online? Should I pull it up?
I think it might be. You can kind of see it on one of my. Oh wait, I have a video of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
On the YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Let me.
I forgot about that.
Let me pop this shit up. I'm actually interested. Cool.
I made it my junior year, I think. I was like,
should I just have a tape job?
Yeah, I should pop up if you type tape job. It's crazy how many people want to see your tape job.
I didn't know that's a legitimate thing.
How many views it is? 32,000 views of my tape job.
That's a joke, dude.
Just taping my stick and shit like that.
Jesus Christ.
Huh? What's that? Oh, no, cut it.
You're hilarious, dude. Is this where you Dave it?
For my knob?
Oh yeah, before.
I don't do a
before.
Knob,
yeah.
Is this the part that they hate?
A little bit before. I think I started.
And it's no good.
Yeah, so that's how I started like that.
Are you joking?
I'm dead serious. I started on the back of it, and
you don't actually tape.
I do, and I leave a big gap like that.
Bro, you're just
toe to heel, like that. That's how I started.
Pat. Like, obviously, you're really nasty at this sport. What the fuck is up with the tape job, dude? Like, I mean, like, what?
You gotta anchor it.
Are you joking?
I'm dead serious. That's how I
like, this is not a joke?
No.
Start right here. And it's gonna be at the perfect spot. That's the perfect spot for me. If it's anywhere else, then it's no good. And then I go from there. Woo! Another trademark thing that I do, I cut it right here, pop it there, then you gotta rub it down. Little rub and tug. And personally, I don't use wax. For my knob,
no wax?
A big knob or anything.
No.
I do a pretty small one.
Knob's normal.
Knob's just normal?
Yeah.
What's up? I mean, like, right? I mean, like, you know what you're doing with that thing, but like...
The toe to heel thing's different to start. Like, everyone does heel to toe.
Of course.
So...
Well, I thought.
Most guys. Some do. Like, so my dad, when I was young, was like, he did toe to heel. So he'd put it in me, toe to heel.
There it is.
So, like, he started doing it, and he would anchor it like that. Yeah. The adjustment, I found, like, a spot, like, I started hitting a spot, like, where I would have a gap at the top, and I tried to change it once, so I hired it. I was like, there's like a weird amount of not tape on my toe. So like, I started hiring it, and then
there's also a pretty big gap on your toe there, too.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So I went out, so I put it towards the top more, and I went out and I couldn't shoot. I was like sliding on the ice. I was like, what the fuck? So I was like, you know what? I'm going to rock with my tape job.
Unreal. What are the comments like on it? Do people hate it or they love it?
They're just laughing at it. Like, they're like, what the hell kind of tape job is that?
Cause you know what's funny? It's like you ever see like those things that serial killers. People are like, oh, like you're a serial killer.
Yeah.
Like people that like will eat a piece of pizza like from the middle. Like
psychopaths.
Because like someone that like comes to watch your channel, you know what I mean? Like, oh, like I'm gonna watch Pat tape a stick, like sick, and then like they come on and they see you pull that shit right off rip. I'd be like, well, what's going on here? You know?
Yeah, it's weird.
I get that. Meal plans. Someone asks a question, be like, what do you eat? Because I actually want to know too, because like I want to focus a little bit more on getting rid of the gut. Like I'm running a lot and stuff, but like,
dude, I'm a believer in balance. Like, well, first of all, calories eaten versus calories burned is everything. Like, you can eat as healthy as you want, but if you overeat, you're gonna gain weight. And if you're not consistently working out, like, you could very well get fat, just even if you're eating healthy.
Yeah.
So like, you have to find like the target. So like, I'm just maintaining weight right now. I'm not trying to lose or gain really. Like, I'm just comfortable where I'm at.
What are you at? What's your height weight?
Like 195.
You're 195?
Yeah.
Jesus, dude. Fucking solid, dude. I mean, we're like, what are we, the same height almost? I feel like we're like the same height, dude. I weigh fucking
a little taller,
180.
Yeah.
But like, I don't have all muscle, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I guess I always kind of weighed a little more than I looked though too.
Yeah.
But
dense.
Yeah.
Dense
bones, as my mom said.
Yeah.
Dense bones, but
yeah.
Yeah. So I'm maintaining. Like, I find a calorie that will work for me, and like I'll eat more if I skate or whatever. But
yeah.
So I find it, and I'll eat like a snack. Like, I might have a few cookies every day. Like.
Yeah. Okay. So you're a snacker.
Like. Yeah, and I'll have ice cream probably once a week. Like,
oh wow,
like a big bowl of ice cream, and I'll have pizza definitely a couple of times a week. But like,
that makes no sense to me.
But it's because I don't overeat. Like, if I'm gonna have a pizza for dinner, I'll barely eat the whole day, and then I'll just kill a pizza at night, and I won't gain any weight.
Oh, see, you're mentally strong.
Yeah,
like, okay, that's it. That's it. You're mentally strong there. Okay, interesting.
It takes balance, kind of. But I did have a long period of time where I wasn't really eating any ice cream or anything because I was gaining weight. I was trying to build muscle and gain weight.
Yeah.
So I was eating as lean as possible for a long period of my life. But if you're trying to gain weight and muscle, you just have to make sure you like bump up your calories by like a little and not too much. Yeah. Because then you could just get fat and stuff. But it's like, it's all about calories.
Calories, huh? No, that's a secret. Yeah. People want to hear that. Calories, so you gotta, calories, what you gotta watch. And you said calories burned. Yeah. Bro, like, I ran 5 miles the other day. Oh, sorry, did not do 5 miles. 3 miles or whatever. And I looked at the amount of calories that I burned. Like, dude, I could eat that with 2 donuts. Like, it's like so fucked at how easy it is to put in calories, but how hard it is to get it out.
It's definitely a pain in the ass.
It's just fucking crazy.
Like, I have that in the summer when I'm not skating as much.
Yeah.
So I'll be like wanting to eat, and I'll be like, fuck me. Like, because in hockey season, dude, we go on the ice, we'll burn 1,000 calories.
I mean, I'm sure.
So like,
what are also practices? I'm curious. Do you guys practice every day?
We have, for college, there's 2 games on the weekend, Friday, Saturday. So we'll practice Monday through Thursday, and occasionally they'll give an off day in the week as well, but always Sunday off. So it's
2 fucking games every weekend.
I actually don't love that schedule.
That sounds like hell, man. Talk about burnout.
Yeah. Well, like, I wish it was Wednesday, Friday, or Wednesday, Saturday type deal versus Friday, Saturday.
I mean, your weekends are, our lives in college were definitely different, I'm assuming. I mean, like, I wasn't a college athlete, but, like, I mean, like, I don't know. Like, I mean, I'm thinking about, like, I don't know how filtered you are, or but, like, I'm just thinking about, like, partying and boozing and shit back in the day. Like, if every single weekend I was skating, what was it? Was it year round?
Pretty much, dude. Like, the season starts officially in October, but September is a lot of fun. Like, we'll get Friday, Saturday off. Yeah. Or no, sorry, Saturday, Sunday off. So
there you go.
We can go out Friday and Saturday.
There it is.
But October through whenever our season ends, like March, or if we went far, it would have been April, but we didn't. So it was like that. We would have the one Saturday after the game where we would. Like, if it was a home game.
Oh, yeah. So I'm sure it was fucking crazy up there.
The away games suck. We wouldn't be able to go out on the weekend. It feels like
you guys rip a hotel, or do you guys drive back that night?
We drive back that night, and it's a little bit of a poke up to Maine, too.
You also play... You guys also played all over a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you play down in, I don't know, you play against Connecticut?
Yeah, so that's what I mean. Like, all the Hockey East schools are, like, Boston, Connecticut, UMass Amherst, Lowell, like...
You rip a Connecticut and you got to drive back up Saturday night. You get home at 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning sometimes.
Later, yeah. It's
wow.
It's a pain.
Yeah.
So, like, those weekends we won't go out. I mean, like, obviously there's some guys who will drink more than others, but, like, I was typically just, like, a Saturday night if, you know, after a home game or something, you know, like...
Yeah.
So it's, I guess, not as... You don't have as much fun with that side of it with when you're an athlete, but it's still...
I mean, like, you get the other side of things that people don't get. You know what I mean? Tons of stuff. Well, all right, dope. Curious. So like, I'm gonna flip it on you real quick and talk about like if there's anything you want to like ask me about. Like, I didn't prepare you for this at all, but just like, I don't know, in general, right? Because like it's almost selfish of me. Like I've been learning as I'm doing the podcast. It's like I get to listen to other people and like I learn a lot from speaking with you and like. I don't know. I forgot to give opportunities for people to flip it. I usually drove the conversation like the whole fucking time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, fuck it. I guess I am curious how and why you started doing the music.
Yeah, dude. So my oldest brother, I'm the youngest of two. My oldest brother was a rapper growing up. Like he was always rapping. So we were freestyling when I was like 10 years old. I was on rapbattles.com,
really?
Battling people at 10 years old, and like, so I've always been about it, and like. I've been similar to you. I made videos growing up. I was very creative, and I always had the entrepreneur spirit in me. Like I started a couple businesses. I completely fucking failed, and like and then making music. Like in college, I was just kind of the rapper kid. The kid was freestyling, whatever, at the dorms, you know. And then I was like, fuck it, I'll put out a song. So I put out a couple songs, and then I was like, people were like, wow, this is actually like okay, like it's pretty good. Yeah. And then I started. I say like I officially took it serious like. I say when I quit my job, so it was August of last year is when I say like I went fucking, I'm like pretty much all in. Like before that, like I was working and like I considered it like I was passionate about it, but it was kind of a hobby, you know.
Yeah, I feel that.
But I mean, that's why, dude, and like it's just, I mean, the best decision that I've ever made. Like learned so much, man.
Were you kind of like insecure about it for a while, like before you put it out? Were you kind of like?
No, so similar to you.
Yeah. Your
confidence in hockey is my confidence in music. It's like I can do it. You know what I mean? And also like I was always a kid who like I was a class clown in high school, and like I was never worried about what people kind of thought. I kind of had that blessing.
It's just huge.
Yeah. So it's like I like anything I've ever done, like I don't give a fuck. Like, you know what I mean? It's like whatever you think is like I literally couldn't care less. Like as long as I know I'm doing something, it like if I'm realistic about it, I'm like okay, like I'm doing something like on camera, and I'm not being a douchebag or X, Y, and Z. Like I know why I'm doing this. Then like
it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks.
No, because I know there's a couple kids who will receive it well, and that's who I really matters. The people who don't receive it well, like it doesn't matter. You know, that's your choice. Like I put out something I believe is good.
That's cool. That's a good trait to have. I struggled with it at first.
Really? Yeah. Similar to like YouTube, man. It's like I think about the vlogs that I'm putting up now, and like a lot of them, like I was doing behind the scenes music, and then now I'm kind of doing more lifestyle of like what's in my life.
Yeah.
And like you could probably like it's the same shit. Like you definitely have people that like people hate on my shit, like hate on my music. But like at the end of the day, I know my purpose of why I'm doing it. It's like, oh, I'm putting out this vlog because I want people to be able to see like behind the scenes of me living a life. And it's like my intention is good, then it's fucking good. And if you receive it as bad, that's a you problem.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, unless I actually did something and I was tone deaf and I actually did something bad, which is understandably so. But
yeah, but for you, like that's huge. Like I look at Mike Stud, like he's my favorite artist. And
hell yeah.
So I see he did like the Touring's Boring.
Yeah.
And like a little bit now he has the podcast, but it's like people were listening to his music, would vibe with, and then like they go over and they watch his Touring's Boring and stuff, and they feel like they know him. You know, like,
absolutely.
So by you doing the YouTube thing, you're gonna have your listeners come over, and then they're gonna be a fan of your music, but then they're gonna be a fan of you.
Yeah.
You know, so I think that's huge.
Absolutely. And dude, like we're the same though. It's the same thing, right? Because like, absolutely like me and my manager were talking. That's like what we're doing, and it's like the whole idea is like I want you to be able to become a complete, like not even a fan, but just like a like feel like you were completely a part of what is happening and what I'm creating. Yeah. Like if you're a fan of Mike Stud, like you're like, oh, like this song's dope, cool. Like let me check him out. You go on his YouTube, you realize like you can see what goes on his fucking tour bus. You can see, and then if you want to hear him talk logically, like he has a podcast for it.
Yeah.
And then so once you can be involved completely in someone's life, you gotta be able to sacrifice and let everybody be like, hey, this is you coming into my life. But like, it works out better. People are like when you have an engaged audience. Like
it's the best.
It's the best. Yeah. Mike Stud can make more money and sell more tickets to his shows than people that have number one hits right now.
He kills it.
Kills it, man.
Loyal fans,
Loyal fans, engaged audiences, all that matters. Like, dude, like I don't have a big audience, but like, and I don't get the most likes on my fucking pictures or whatever. But like, if I drop sweatshirts, like
the ones you do like are loyal.
Exactly. Like I drop those hoodies, bro. It's like fucking hour. Like they're going.
That's unreal.
And it's like I don't look, and it's kind of dope because like I'm not that popular, and it's like even the music, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But it's like the people that are there are streaming it a million times or fucking in it, So it's like
that's unreal.
Yeah, it's just an engaged audience. That's what you kind of. I feel like you kind of have the same idea.
Yeah, that's what I was shooting for. That's why I try to really just do it my way. Like I don't want to be like the generic YouTuber and like it kind of. Yeah, I don't know. I get bored or like it's not me. So like I try to do it my own way.
Yeah,
and just be.
Love
me
that.
And,
that's awesome.
Like and if like a kid goes and watches it, and they see like my personality and they kind of relate to it or they like it and they feel like they know me, they're a fan of me.
Absolutely.
And that's how I want it to be.
Yeah, and you're also doing good.
Appreciate it.
Like you like so many times I forget that because you're going about your day to day. You're filming, you're planning, you're filming, and then you're fucking working out, and then you're getting better at your craft as well. And then you have to sit down. Are you editing your videos?
Yeah.
You're editing it. I know it takes a while.
It does.
You fucking edit it, and then you upload. You Photoshop the thumbnail up, and then you put it out there, and you're like, okay, cool. And then like you get so caught up in work that you forget that people are receiving.
Yeah, you do.
Happens to me all the time.
Yeah, I do forget it. And then someone will run up to me at the rink and I'll be like, "That's right." Like people watch these.
People watch it, dude. Isn't it crazy looking at your analytics and you're like, "Wow, thousands of people watched my stuff this week."
Yeah. It's weird too. Like I'll feel like my views are a little lower because it's off season. Yeah. And I'll be like, if a video doesn't hit like 10K views or something. Yeah. I'll be like, kind of like it's kind of a bad video. But then I think about it and I'm like, wait, but 9,000 people watched this. That's still a lot of people. You know? I have to try to look at it that way.
Also, YouTube is interesting. With a song, people will play it more than once. A YouTube video, I'm only watching them one time.
Yeah.
So you got to think about that too. It's like
for sure.
And also when someone's watching a YouTube video, bro, like they are watching it and like they are consuming, they are judging you, they are taking in everything that's going on that you're saying, like all the little things, dude. And it's like you're like if it only hits 10,000, like 10,000 individuals, or like let's call it like maybe some people rewatched it, are actually consuming what the fuck you are. So it's way more impactful. And if you're choosing to put out good content, then you're doing way more than you know. You know?
For sure. Someone
else today is thinking about starting a YouTube channel because of what you have done. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Definitely.
You know? It's just really cool to think about.
It is. I hope there's a couple like hockey players now who are also doing it. I think.
Yeah. How about your buddy that's starting a podcast?
Exactly.
I don't know if that came from you, but I'm sure there was some inspiration.
Yeah, we talked a lot actually because he's a super creative guy who wasn't doing anything.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, he's finally. So I think it's really cool when I'll get like a message from a hockey player, and like there are people at like high levels of hockey who will like reach out to me and
higher than where you are too.
Not necessarily higher than me, but a couple, but not more so. It's like kids who are playing in like the Q or like the O or even like the development team, the USA and stuff. And college as well, and they'll reach out and I'll be like, hey, like how'd you start like doing this? Blah blah blah, like blah blah blah, and I'm like, bro, I know what you're thinking right now. Just do it.
Yeah. I say the same shit.
I relate to what I know exactly what you're in right now. Just go forward with it. You won't regret doing it. Absolutely. And some listen, some still hide, and but
absolutely,
it's up to them from there. But.
Yeah. Another pee break.
Yeah.
I got piss. What the fuck did I want to get into? Oh, I really want to talk about like mindset. We kind of touched on it a little bit, but I know I fucking spew it all the time to people, but like just like kind of from you, man. Like you've dealt with some congratulatories, right? You've had your highs, but within those highs, you've also had your lows. How do you kind of keep going? And what keeps you motivated? Like for a kid out there who's in his low point that's injured right now. And, he's playing college hockey or some shit that he's listening to this or wherever the fuck he is. Like, how do you keep going? And
yeah, when I learned from it. Like, I think if it happens once and you get stuck in, like, a rut, like, I was in the first semester this year. Like so when I was hurt, this would be a perfect opportunity for me to get some real good behind the scenes videos. As a kid, I just carry the camera around and follow people because I'm injured. I'm not playing. I can film everything. And I didn't do it because I was so, like, mentally, like, low. Like, I was like, fuck, I'm just, like, injured. Why? No one's going to want to see an injured kid making video. Like, and I had this weird thing. And
how long did that last?
Dude, it was... I didn't put a video for, like, a few months. Like, so probably from, like... all through October, and then, like, I think I put a video out in December.
Wow.
And I was just, I don't know, like, I went through this point, because like I said about the draft, like, thing, like, being drafted and wanting to go in my future, and it was then all of a sudden it was in doubt and stuff, and, like, that was kind of the most I had for low, like, a low point.
Yeah.
To keep going is that, like, if you're an athlete, or even if you're anything, maybe it's music, you know, like, but it's, like, you have to remember why you're doing it. So, like, I was going into hockey, and when I came back, so I'm not doing well because I'm playing injured and I'm lower in the lineup because I wasn't able to play. So I'm, like, pissed off after every game. Like, I'm not sleeping. Like, I remember this, we were on a road trip in St. Lawrence. I stayed up the whole night because I was we played Friday. I was injured, and I couldn't do anything on the ice, but the coaches were kind of, like, wanting me to play. And I was like, I don't want to be a pussy right now. I have to fucking play. So I go in, but I was, like, pissed.
Was it hurting? How bad?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
So I came back, and I was feeling good for 2 games. I fucking got hit on it, and it just, like, I couldn't move my arm to skate. And that's, like, the AC joint. And I had, like, the stupid mentality. Like, it's dumb in a way because it's, like, you're not going to be yourself. Why are you playing? But it's, like, you have that mentality as a hockey player. Like, you can't be a pussy here. I gotta play. So I'm limping around, like, skating, and I was so mad because I was wasting games. Really,
and I'm not trying to say this is the dumbest thing, but, like, I'm thinking from, like, a coach perspective, like, the level that you're playing at, also, like, there's not pussy kids that you're playing with. Like, you're getting fucking hit. Like, it's really dangerous.
It is because I knew
already injured.
I knew I already re-injured it too, and I was like, this, what, you know. So, like, I remember after that game, I stayed up through the whole night. I, like, called my dad at 5 a.m. He was just waking up for, like, the next day, and I was like, dude, like, what? I'm fucking going nuts right now. Like,
wow.
I slept, like, napped that day and went and played again. Like, this was, like, a low point for me. And then how I got out of this was, like, I had to remember, like, I'm playing hockey here. So, like, the thing also is that my coaches were, like, pretending like I wasn't hurt. It was like they forgot I was.
That's what I'm
injured.
saying. That sounds kind of dumb, like, on their end.
He's mad at me. I'm playing bad. He's like, like, blowing me in the lineup and stuff, and I'm like, dude, I'm playing injured for you here. Like, I shouldn't be playing. Like, and I was so mad, and I had to remember, like, I'm playing hockey because I like to play hockey. I love playing hockey. That's why I do it. And I'm getting caught up in this, like, letting, like, this business side of it as, like, because it becomes a business as you get older, and it's like, that's not fun. And if you get tied up in that, and if you get pissed that you're not doing this and that or playing time, you get down. So I have to remember, like, I'm playing hockey because I love playing hockey. So I went out the second half just enjoying practice. I get to play hockey, college hockey right now. That's what I dreamed of. I'm fucking loving it. I'm having fun. I'm laughing on the ice in practice. I'm smiling in the games. A whole different mindset than what I
play better too?
Used to have. Yeah.
It's
I definitely
crazy how that works.
moved up in the lineup and stuff, and I was I was just enjoying hockey, and that's what I think someone in a sport needs to remember when they're in, like, a moment like that. Just enjoy doing what you're doing, not, like, don't get down, but, like, change the whole mindset. I think
that was amazing. That was great. My next tattoo, so I have Make It Happen. Are you tattooed? You have tats?
No, I don't have any.
I got Make It Happen right here, and then I'm gonna get Enjoy the Journey right here. And it's just the same fucking thing, man, because I get caught up so much all the time in the business stuff where I'm like, oh, I'm trying to put out X amount of songs, or, like, I'm talking to this person about this, like, or, like, you know, money shit. Like, at this point now, you know, you have, like, people that want to, like, be, like, labels if they want to be involved in shit, and it's like, I get like kind of stressed out sometimes or whatever, and then I lose sight, and then, like, once I just go back to, like, having a buddy over and we're just freestyling, or we're just recording songs for fun, dude, or you record a song, you're like, oh, this kind of slaps, and then I start rapping better. You know what I mean? Everything starts sounding better. So that's a good point, man. Just, like, remember why you started.
Yeah,
you know,
doing it because you enjoy it.
Yeah, that's fucking that's crucial.
Oh, yeah. I also love that saying, to make
it happen. Yeah.
That's unreal.
Thanks. I don't even know where the fuck I got it from. I have no idea. I just took, cause I was trying to like invent. I like kept on saying it about shit. I was like, fuck it, like I'll just make it happen. You know, like just with anything, you know, like I don't know, just like situationally you run into so many roadblocks like through your day in life. Like you're like, you know, I don't know, you hit traffic or like just like whatever little bullshit it was. I remember I moved out of my house when I was 19, and I was living in Boston. I was waiting tables at Stephanie's on Newberry Street, and I remember my rent. So my first time paying rent was like $730, and I think I had like $500 or whatever. And then like I didn't have like the cash for like waiting the tables or whatever. Like they did in like envelopes, and I was like, fuck. Then like I remember my roommates, because I was subletting. They were like, hey, like, yeah, like, you know, rent's due tomorrow. Like just Venmo me it or whatever, or just give it to me. And I was like, yeah. And then I was like, I don't have shit, and like I don't come from like I'm not asking my dad for money, like I don't come from a family like that, and so I was like, damn, what the hell am I gonna do, dude? And I remember just like telling myself, I'm like, all right, you just gotta make it happen. And then I did this thing where I like put CDs up for sale, like all my unreleased CDs for like $12, and then I ran a Facebook ad for them and promoted it that way and created my own little ad off my phone or whatever, and I ended up making like $200. And then like I like advertised a couple features and like just like little shit like that like I've learned from music, and I was like, damn, like every little bit is like something's telling me I can't do it, then like fuck it, I'll make it happen. Like it's just like anything, dude.
That's a good mindset though.
It's powerful if you can control that. It's hard to think like that all the time, but like that's kind of why I got the tat, to remind myself. It's just like you can make it. You can make anything happen.
Yeah, I like if I was to get a tat, it would have to be like meaningful like that.
Absolutely, yeah. Are you considering tats?
I haven't. Like I don't know. Maybe one day.
Yeah.
Like,
no bumper sticker on the Lambo.
Not yet.
Yeah. No, and also like for the music too, it's like I wanted a brand, and you know, so I wanted to, like we're talking about putting out good content. I wanted to give something people that like give them shit to believe in. Like,
yeah,
you know, like some
for sure. I was trying to think of things myself
for the channel.
Yeah, because like I have. Thing I did, I was like Shea hydrated, and that just happened by accident because that's me. Like I carry water everywhere.
I love it. Well, it's also promoting something good. Like, you know, drink water.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
so like dope. That worked for me, but I was trying to think of like a motivational thing. I'm like looking through. I'm like everything's taken.
What do you do? You know what I would do if I were you? I'd think about like what I do. What do you do off camera? Like, however you talk to yourself off camera, what do you do off camera that you consistently do that actually keeps you going or working? Because mine was make it happen, right? I wasn't on camera telling people that. I wasn't tweeting it. I wasn't, you know, Instagram and making it happen, bro. And then, like, I was like, what do I do that? Like, what is the root of all this? Just make it happen. I mean, it could be fucking, I don't know. Mike Stutz kind of got to keep going.
Yeah, I know.
But, like, that was, like, I feel like you almost can relate to him and his fucking Tommy John. You know?
Yeah. I relate to him in a lot of ways. I think that's why I'm such a big fan of his. Like I have
you met him
for so long. One time. Yeah, like randomly, and he came to like Thomas College in Maine. It's like 45 minutes south of Maine, and I was like, oh, he's coming through. Like, oh fuck yeah! I went down. I didn't get in the little concert because we were like a minute late, and they're like, oh yeah, we're only doing no late like tickets. Like if you're at the door. Off. So I was like, fuck. He's only an hour. I'm like, you know what? I drove down here. I'm gonna wait and meet him. So I did quick, and he's a good guy. Like he's just a
good for you, person. Did you just catch him like outside?
Yeah, he was like walking out, and I was like, oh, yo, could I grab a picture quick?
Yeah, I love that, dude. And like artists like love that shit. Like a lot, like situationally, but like a lot of people like are afraid to like ask like their favorite artists like to go up to them approach because like it's kind of scary.
It is.
You know what I mean? To like approach somebody that like you've been kind of watching from afar for a while.
It's funny. Like I think that's I like almost fanboyed a little like
for
when
sure.
I saw him.
Yeah.
I don't fanboy for like NHL players and stuff. Like so I was like, wow, I'm fanboying for this dude. Like it's the only time I've ever found myself really doing that.
You know, interesting about that. I think the reason you don't fanboy the NHL is because you know it's attainable.
Yeah.
When you fanboy, because I don't fanboy over anyone in music. I'm not a fan of. I don't give a fuck, man. Like, because at the end of the day, it's like a human. I'm also not like a big fanboy guy either.
Yeah.
Like, and I think, but I have gotten moments of being like, wow, this guy's amazing. Like, if I saw The Rock, I'd be like, oh, fucking Rock, dude. Like, he's the man. Because, like, he's done so much shit, you know what I mean? He's, like, amazing. Or, like, I don't know, Will Smith.
Yeah.
I'd be like, God, just respect. You know, so much respect. And, like, you know, like, you don't fanboy over an NHL guy because it's like, well, like, I know, like, potentially I could be at this guy's level. You know what I mean? If I'm not there yet, I could even, you know? So it's like, maybe that's why. But it's like, super cool meeting like people that you kind of listen to every day.
It definitely is.
Musicians are cool too because like you hear their voice.
Yeah, you hear their story.
You hear their story, and like you connect with them, and so like when you meet them in person, you're like, I feel like I already know you.
Yeah,
but you have no idea who the fuck I am. So it's like mystery thing.
Yeah,
you know?
it's cool. It is funny how that works. It's the same thing with like YouTube and like, showing your life, and people like come up to you because they watch you, and you kind of forget, like they feel like they know.
That I mean that must have happened to you, right? Did that happen to you a lot?
Yeah, it happened like in the hockey world. So like, as big as it is or whatever, you know, like whenever I'm at a rink, I'll see like kids like staring at me, like,
dude, they know. Even I put you on my story or whatever, and like I grew up playing hockey, so I got all buddies that played hockey, and like kids were DMing me, they're like, oh shit, like they were like really excited to hear you, because like cool. It's like almost like you have like fans that are like hockey players. It's fucking kind of. Cool.
Yeah, it is cool to see, and I kind of forget too until it happens again, because like you say, like we get caught up in it, and then like we're making the videos and you post it and you kind of you forget.
It's on to the next.
Yeah,
it really is just like. Do you feel that way? Because I feel like, bro, it's like upload, and then I remember I uploaded one of me the other day, whatever, like last week. I've been like really uploading a lot, and then like I was out at the track and I was about to start running, and then I was like, it took me a while to edit that one, and then I was like, all right. What's up, guy? You know what I mean? It's like we're right back to it. You know, like
I'll have like a, because I like I said, I believe in balance. Like if I make a video, like grind, I try to make it funny or entertaining, at least in the sense of like, so I'll like grind all week and I'll finish editing it at night, say, and it's posting the next day. I'll like sit there that night for like an hour and just like do nothing. Like, all right. Now I'm back to the next day.
Yeah.
So I have like a moment where I'll just like sit and reset, and then I'll go back to it. Yeah. But it's just like keep on to the next.
Keep going, bro. That would have been perfect for you, dude. I don't know. I'll think of something. I'll shoot you some fucking ideas or something. Yeah. But like the music thing too, like you know how we talk about how like you don't know who's listening or whatever. Like I remember when I first started doing like concerts, and like I remember getting like my first round of like fans, and like.
It's a crazy feeling.
Dude, it's crazy when someone like comes up to you and like I've been blessed, man. Like I got people that have like actual like fucking tattoos and like
that's
they're like
sick,
really into it, but like it almost like it's like humbling and you remind yourself. It's like, wow, like what I'm saying holds weight, so I gotta be more responsible with my actions and the shit that I do. It's like
you're influencing people's actions in life.
Yeah, man. Like the kid who comes up to you at the rink. I mean, the Pee Wee hockey player. Who's playing for the Kings, and he's like, you're his idol, man.
He's showing me his water bottle. Hydrate.
Dude, exactly. The kids that are like rocking your merch and like are like going to the rink with it, and like they can't wait for you to upload. You know, they like look for it, dude. It's like, and then you forget, it's like, oh, like however long they're consuming your content for, whether it's a year, whether it's the rest of their life. Yeah. Like you played a role in their life, and they want to play like you. Yeah. You know, I'm sure there are kids that watch your film at UMaine, and then they're like, oh, like on the ice, you know, like, oh, like Pac's kind of like this. Like I want to be lower to the ground. You know what I mean? Like I used to do that shit. Yeah. I would see good kids play, and I'd be like, dude, I would go in the corner a little differently. How you know what I mean?
For sure.
It's crazy. It's kind of interesting to think about that.
That was probably to have you like literally in person, because you like it's different with me. Like if I run into someone at the rink, but like you have a concert. Yeah. You're watching people who just bought tickets to come see you. Like that must be.
It's crazy, bro. It's like also because like, you know, we're talking like, right, like I'm from like we're pretty much from the same fucking place, right? Marshfield, Barnstable is like pretty much the same type of like area, even location wise too. And it's like, you know, we're just kids who are working at something. Yeah. And then music's interesting because people are paying to come see you, and it's like I remember I did my like the first. I remember when I sold out the Middle East for the first time. And I had a meet and greet, and my meet and greet was like $54, and I was like, my meet and greet was $35, and I was sitting there with my mom. Was like, oh, like you having a meet and greet? And I was like, yeah. She's like, what was your price out? I was like, $35. She's like, wow, like is anyone buying it? And I was like, yeah, like people are buying it. And I remember like the first time I was like, okay, and I've already had a little concerts from then because I was trying to like perform a lot and like, bro, just like when you would. Because I learned it. Like, I learned to see yourself from another person's point of view. Yeah. And it's like, this person, you can tell, man, like, when you have a meet and greet, dude, and, like, you're standing there, and, like, you have the banner in the background, and, you know, you do it up. And then, like, the kids, there's a line, and, like, the people at the little VIP thing, and they come up to you, and the way they look at you. You probably have seen it, maybe. So the way someone looks at you, they're just, like, they're looking at you like they're in awe.
Yeah, you know? And you're like, dude, I'm just like you.
Yeah, 100%. Like,
but it is. It's cool.
I'm just a kid that's doing something. You know what I mean? But like, I'm sure kids look at you like that you don't even know about. But it's like, I remember the last show that I did, and like some kid I was talking to him after, and like I did the one with this kid Ryan Oakes and Mike Stead, shout out them, and they were coming through Boston. He was like, "Yo, hop on this thing, bro." And then like I had this one kid just crying his eyes out,
really?
Like just going ham about like the he listens to me every day to work, like I'm the playlist for the commute, and like and now the podcast is out that like he listens to that, and like. It's like just humbling. You forget. You're like, wow. Like even though I may not be dropping songs right now, people are listening every day.
That's super cool.
It's fucking interesting. It's a wild thing. I mean, same thing with YouTube, but it's fucking gnarly. But I mean, we're at like hour 30. Should we cut it? What do you think?
Up to you.
Yeah, I've been keeping it on like an hour 20. Also, leaves room. We can do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should we rip it?
What's that?
Yeah. Should we close it up?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Kids at Work. Any final thoughts, man? Anything you want the people to hear that,
Well, no, just check out the YouTube.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Check out Pat Shea.
There's no camera on anymore. Real point to it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Check out Pat Shea on YouTube. He's crushing it. I mean, if you guys watch my YouTubes, his is like 10 times that. Like, he's, camera quality's great. The fucking videos are funny. And, like, dude, keep doing skits also.
Yeah, I love doing those.
Dude, like, we were watching it the other day, like, before just prepping, just watching it. And, like, dude, like, good stuff. Like, funny stuff. You know what I mean? So, like, the personality is fucking beautiful. But yeah, Shea25.
Yeah, on Instagram.
And anyone who's trying to lose weight, which everybody is during quarantine, Pat has a workout program. Where can they find that?
Yeah, that PatSheaOfficial.com/shop. And it's just like, if you don't have access to the gym right now, like a lot of us, it's simply you're trying to build muscle and strength without weights, and it's been very effective for me over the last few months.
So you're doing them?
Yeah,
that's your workout routine.
Yeah. Legit,
and fucking, I want to look at you. I'm fucking, no, seriously, guys, I'm gonna get it too, so you guys should too, and just check it out. I know that everybody wants to be a better person that's listening, like, so you made a great decision by listening today. Check out the workout plan. I'm gonna do it. I'll put like maybe I'll make a little YouTube review of it too. You know what I mean? And then I'll just be like, I'll just fucking see how I can do it. I don't know. The workout's hard.
No, it's nothing crazy.
Doable.
It's
body weight. I mean,
and then for weight, I will put like I have a backpack, and I'll throw I'll fill it to the brim with water bottles.
I saw you do that in one of your last vlogs. I was like, wow, that's fucking great for the Shea Hydrated.
It's great, yeah. Yep. So like it adds weight on the back, so it's good there.
Dope. All right. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. Hope you have a great day at work. Peace.